proteins. Now coming to the functions of the plasma membranes, we have five major functions. The first one is the transport of the molecules. So by transporting different kinds of molecules, these plasma membrane helps in various functions. The first one is controlling the cell volume by maintaining the electrolyte concentrations, by allowing certain electrolytes to go out and certain to come in. The fluid balance is maintained. Because of that, there is control of the cell size. That is one function due to transport of molecules. Then the second one is giving the excitable property to the cells. There are some inorganic ions like calcium and all those things. Those ions movement towards inside or outside is maintained by the selective permeability of the membrane. Because of this movement of these ions, there will be changes in the membrane potential, and hence the cell can be excited or the nerve potential can be initiated. That is one function. Then there will be secretion or exocytosis. Whenever the cell needs certain substances, it has to release. There is secretion, exocytosis. That is also happening because of the plasma membrane, one of the functions. Then phagocytosis, engulfment of large particles such as bacteria with the help of monocytes and neutrophils is also taken care by the plasma membrane. Then pinocytosis. Pinocytosis, there is a common understanding that it is only cell drinking, only water drinking related to. But along with that water, whatever the solute particles are present, intake of those things also happen in pinocytosis. You have to remember not just the liquid, but also the solutes present in the liquid is taken into the cell via pinocytosis. So via transport of molecules, secretion or taking in, or allowing just transport in and out. By transporting, these are the functions: controlling the cell size, membrane potential, excitable property, secretion, phagocytosis, and pinocytosis. Coming to the second function, cell to cell communication between two cells. Because of carbohydrates present in the cell membrane, they help in communication. Coming to the third function, we have transmembrane signal regulation. Some receptors and some proteins and enzymes act as receptors. These proteins and enzymes are present on the surface of the cell membrane. Example, G protein coupled receptor. The epinephrine is the substance binding to this receptor. Because of that, inside secondary messengers are activated, and because of secondary messengers, there will be a response from the cell. So, transmembrane signaling and regulation is also maintained. That is also one of the functions. Then coming to the fourth function, that is compartmentalization. Within the cell, there are cell organelles. Each cell organelle is separated from each other by membrane, because each cell organelle is already having a separate membrane. Within each membrane, each cell organelle is performing its own function in the form of having a compartment to each other. So because of this mitochondrial membrane, mitochondrial functions have remained here only. Because of this rough endoplasmic endoplasmic reticulum functions are within this membrane. Nuclear functions are within this nucleus only because of this nuclear envelope. So they're forming compartments. So compartmentalization is also one of the function. And finally, membrane modifications. There are four modifications of the membranes. One is near the cell junctions. Near the cell junctions, because the membranes are modified, they help in intracellular transport and adhesions. Cell-cell communication, cell transport. In neural function, coming to the neuronal cells, myelin sheath, formation of myelin sheath is also one of the membrane modifications. If the myelin sheath is defective, it can result in a disease called as multiple sclerosis. Then coming to the formation of synaptosomes, we have already seen acetylcholine release, secretion, exocytosis. That is also because of a membrane modification. And synaptosome means it is the region containing both presynaptic and the postsynaptic regions. That is where the neurotransmitters or the molecules needed are secreted. And finally, the intestinal epithelial cells, where the surface are modified into microvilli, which can increase the area of the digestion and absorption. So summary of the functions is by transporting of molecules, they control the cell size volume, excitable properties, secretion, phagocytosis, pinocytosis, cell communication, transmembrane signaling and regulation, compartmentalization, and by via membrane modifications, several other functions.